Hello and welcome to today's top-rated recruiter spotlight. My name's Adam Conrad, founder and CXO of Great Recruiters, and I am joined here today with one of our Q2 top-rated recruiters, Ren McAleese. Ren, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you, and I can tell you who else is excited. The 189 travelers who have reviewed you, who give you a 97% highly recommendation rate. And you got a review just 2 hours ago. And just everything that people talk about is just how professional, knowledgeable. You've been doing this a while. I love this. She's simply the best all-inclusive recruiter. She is professional. I see it all over, responsive, and to follow it up, Ren is amazing. So how does it feel to have so many folks just talk so positive about what you're doing as a recruiting professional?
I mean, we all love a little, positive reinforcement. So every time those reviews come in, that 2 hours ago, I know exactly who it was, Evelyn. I think about her story and where she's at when I see those come through and just like how I got them there. And so I'm just as thankful for them when they write those and I get them. So yeah, it feels really good and I appreciate them just as much.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So I always love to ask, how did you fall into recruiting? As kids, we usually don't grow up with aspirations. We have aspirations of being a nurse maybe or a doctor, right, but not usually a recruiter. So how did you get involved in this awesome industry?
Yeah, it definitely fell into my lap. I was a wedding coordinator, fun fact, prior to recruiting. And I had a friend reach out in 2012 and was working for a different company at the time, a smaller family-owned travel nurse organization. And she was just asking for referrals, actually. And I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I'm interested. So got into it that way, started out as a recruiter assistant, and in about a year or two began recruiting on my own and, never looked back.
It's awesome. So how long have you been in recruiting now?
So 2012, 13 years.
13 years. And what keeps you passionate about it?
Oh gosh, this question could make me choke up. I think about where those nurses are going to work at. It's so crazy, but it was right around COVID 2020, 2021. My grandma was hospitalized and she was in the ER and I had 2 ER nurses actually working there. And I reached out to both of them and I was just like, are y'all working right now? And one of them was, and she actually was my grandma's nurse. And so
you just gave me chills. I'm just throwing it out there.
It was wild. It was so crazy. There's hundreds of hospitals, at any given time with jobs out there. And my nurses are just for her to be in there. It was just so special for her to be the one caring for her, first of all. And then also just gave me an amazing perspective and just kind of like a drawback to why what I'm doing is so important, because any of these people out there that I'm helping find jobs, all these nurses could very well care for my grandma, and they did.
And that's an amazing story. I love to hear that. You're placing people that are helping other people's family members, moms, dads, aunts, uncles. It's great. So, well, obviously we know you help place nurses. Can you give a little bit more details as far as is it anything you specialize in, or is it travel nurses across the board?
Yeah, send them all our way. ICU, ER, peds, Alaska to Florida, Maine to California. So all of it.
That's great. What do you think's been the key for you? It's a long career, right? A lot of people burn out quickly in this industry, 18 months, 2 years. There's a lot of recruiters who might have started recruiting during COVID. Things changed. We know how different recruiting was during COVID than post or pre. What's kept you kind of on the success track throughout your 13 years of recruiting?
A lot of things, absolutely. I think most of them all boil down to relationships, I would say, have kept me going, whether it's the relationships that I have obviously with my travelers. I mean, I've been invited to their weddings before. Like, we get really close after, 10 years
Yeah.
working together. Some of them I've been with that long. And also just the relationships like with my team internally. We have such an amazing support team within TNAA, from our account managers to our QA support. So the relationships that I have internally with those team members are so strong. Again, like some of my very best friends work with me at TNAA, and so I feel lucky to get to work alongside some of my best friends.
No, that's awesome. So off script a little bit, because you hit something, and I think it's so critical. Like, I believe recruiting is relationship driven. I think any recruiter that has a long-term career is relationship driven, and I think a lot of people that burn out fast are transactional. So can you talk a little bit, like, what do you think as it relates to your success as a recruiter? What do relationships do for you?
Keep me coming back every day. It keeps me excited. I mean, the relationships with my travelers, I'm excited to hear about, they're on their new assignment. I'm going to call them. How are things going? Okay, you're getting out. You're seeing things. I know you just had this breakup. Are you dating? Because you need to be, like, just really like talking to them like a friend. I mean, it gets me excited. I mean, honestly, like you just said, the transactional stuff is like just that. It's transactional, and like I'm not a numbers gal, so that bores me. Like sometimes, like, I need those relationships with my travelers. Again, like some of those I've worked with for 10, 11 years, have worked with me from the very beginning. And so it's just really, I mean, there's people, friends that I've met since I've moved here that I don't even know that long. So it's pretty awesome.
That's great. And I imagine those friends have friends who are friends that refer their friends and bring their friends and recommend you to their friends, right? You continue those relationships compound, and it's genuine. You can definitely feel it. How has Great Recruiters impacted you as a recruiter?
Again, getting those reviews in is always uplifting. It always just kind of brings me back to, the reason, I guess you could say. So getting those is just like always an uplifting things. Every day is not perfect. So I love seeing that. And then also too, just like outwardly sharing that. I love, sharing that link, or having my travelers even share it with their potential friends that might be interested in traveling, because nothing is, for me, more, and I think for a lot of people, more convicting and making you want to do something when you see that other people are doing it and they're enjoying it and they've had a great experience. So I think that, like you mentioned, referrals and friends of friends of friends, like it really, the Great Recruiter platform really helps, elevate that.
That's great. And what is being named top rated? What does that mean to you?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this recording with you and, answer these questions. It kind of gives me a little bit of you never want to go backwards, so it kind of gives you a little bit of a goal. I got to make sure I do it again next quarter. But yeah, it's definitely just a good feeling.
Just keep hitting that trend. And you know what? Here's the best part. It's a direct result of those relationships. It's people wanting to take the time to provide that feedback to you, right? And reading that feedback, it's just, there's so many heartfelt comments in there. I mean, you have 190 reviews and 97% highly recommendation rate. People love working with you. And so I was just curious, what is one piece of advice you'd give to new recruiters today starting out?
I mean, being yourself 100% right out of the gate. Don't try to, mimic or copy anybody else's thing. Because again, hopefully you're doing this for the long haul and you're going to be doing this for 10 years. So in 5 years, you don't want to remember who you were trying to be back at the beginning when you started this. So keeping it real and 100% just for anyone you're chatting with.
I love it. I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Ren with TNAA. If you're looking for a travel nursing opportunity, look no further. I mean, honestly, there are a lot of recruiters out there. And when you find one that cares about you, cares about your family, cares about who you are as an individual, is making sure that you're dating after a breakup, look no further than Ren over at TNAA. Check out, you can find, connect with her in the comments down below. But Ren, I just wanted to congratulate you again on earning top rated recruiter in such a long, successful career in recruiting, and obviously something that's going to continue. So I wish you all the best here at the remainder of 2025 and looking into the next year.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Outstanding. All right, everybody. Remember, go get 1% better every day. Have a great day out there, and thanks for tuning in.